sure it's the right word or not, but something like in body paragraph we have like firstly, secondly, and thirdly, if you have three main points. But here, also saying, you're supposed to put in short, comma, and then you start writing your conclusion paragraph. Why am I always confusing? In short, or you can also write some other words like in a nutshell, in conclusion, to conclude, that kind of sequence words. Why do we have to write this? Because we are going to tell the reader, hey, this is my conclusion paragraph. Just let them know. And then you start writing blah, blah, blah. And then at some point you are going to write, you're going to restate thesis statement. Do not confuse thesis statement and topic sentence are two different things. Thesis statement, actually, if you do remember, thesis statement is in introductory paragraph, just to introduce what are the main points in your essay that the reader can expect. So now you're going to restate. Remember we have 2 points. The first point is unhealthy lifestyle of students, and another one is it's not fair system. And then in conclusion paragraph you're going to restate. The same thing when you see restate. You are going to state it again, but it's always better, the same thing just like in body paragraph, when you write concluding sentence, it's always better if you can write in another way. To put in different ways, but remain the same meaning. That is very important to show the creativity to the examiner. But if you have no time to think, what can you be creative at that particular moment? You can't always write the same like what you have written before that. But at least you still have the marks of structure and organization, but in terms of creativity, maybe you will get less, but it's better than nothing, isn't it? So you're going to restate thesis statement again. For example, in short, examination is the only way to evaluate students' performance nowadays, because so far we don't have any other better alternative ways. Full stop. Therefore, I strongly agree that examination should be banned because it gives a lot of because it is not healthy lifestyle to students, and it is understood system, full stop. You see, somehow it's different, even though I just changed the word only, but if you can do something more beyond that, right now I just cannot think what to make it more creative, more nice than the previous one. But something like, I think you get my point. And after that, you will plus suggestion. Suggestion. If you have, this is just an option. Again, it's good if you have suggestion. For example, however, we should concentrate when we have to take an exam, and always not forget to review a lesson, because examination is the only way to evaluate our academic performance at the present time, for example. But if you don't have suggestion, it's fine. Or you can say something like, even though I strongly believe that examination should be banned, but in my personal opinion, I still have to focus on examination whenever I have to take it. because it is very important for me at present time, for example, whatever. And in the conclusion paragraph, you supposed not to introduce any new idea, because it's conclusion paragraph, it's conclusion. You're supposed to conclude everything, not to introduce anything new. That's it, full stop. And that's all about the whole thing, how to write a writing essay. This is the basic thing that you should know. And if you want to write an argumentative essay, you just have to put one extra paragraph before concluding sentence, and that's what we call counter-argument and refutation. Should I go? Maybe just a little bit, yeah? Because basically in EPT, many universities, they will look at argumentative essay, because when you write an examination question, you always have to convince your lecturer why do you think this is correct, this is wrong. So that's why argumentative essay is always be the highest level of evaluation of your writing skill. Anyway, before the conclusion paragraph, you just add this extra paragraph if you are writing argumentative essay, and that is called counter argument and refutation. I'm not sure if I write it correctly. Counter argument paragraph, you can start very typical sentence. Some people say that examination should not be banned because it is a system to differentiate between good and bad students. Full stop. That's only about counter-argument. Counter-argument is actually something that you're going to write a statement which is opposite with your stand, with what you believe. You see, your stand is actually you believe that examination should be banned, but counter-argument, you're going to write something like, this is supposed not to be banned because it's good for students and good system, so that we can differentiate between good and bad students. And then full stop. And at this point, you are not going to write more than 3 or 4 sentences, because this is some other people's opinion, ideas, and you are going to write this just to let the reader knows that, hey, I can argue, like some other people say, no, you are wrong, and why you are wrong, so you're going to refuse that later on. You are not going to write this a lot, because this is your essay, it's not other people's essay. Alright? And then you're going to write refutation. Refutation just to refuse this point, and you will still believe in what you believe. You have to convince them. Okay, refutation, for example. However, I still strongly believe that examination should be banned because being unhealthy of students' lives is not always good. If we have unhealthy lifestyle, we will not be able to perform anything, including academic performance, for example. And for refutation, you can write more, maybe 5 or 6 sentences, but you always not write this a lot. Write this a lot, more than this one. And then this is the whole paragraph. And that is the difference between argumentative essay and other types of essays. Okay, I hope so far you are clear. before I forget, I just remember just now in conclusion paragraph, between restate of thesis statement and suggestion, you can either write each of them first. It doesn't matter, you are going to write restate of thesis statement first or suggestion first or whatsoever, it's fine as long as you have both. And you always have to write restate of thesis statement, but suggestion is just option. It's just an option. Okay? So that's it for this. And